You're just some guy, a little cancer, who just fiddles around on people's reels and infests them with your cancerous ways.
Let's take a look at that video of his, and this is my chance to respond to it.
Guys, does anyone know a guy called Banana English? It's some man, and all he does basically is he just slags off people's English. He's picked on me 2 times.
Actually, I think he's been in about 3, maybe 4 of my TikTok English teacher era videos. But believe me, he could have been in a lot more.
I'm going to tell you a little story, and it will use some slang words.
No, it should be, and it will use, not it will be use.
Well, it's been a beautiful day, present simple.
No, it has been is present perfect.
It's some man, and all he does basically is he just slags off people's English. He's picked on me 2 times. Pronunciation, not pronunciation, whatever.
No, I don't slag off people. What I do is correct supposedly English teachers. And I do that for the students. I've said 1 billion times, I don't care about teachers. I care about the students. And so should any teacher. And this attitude of whatever, this is not what teachers should have. If you have an attitude where you say
pronunciation, not pronunciation, whatever.
How are students ever going to learn the correct pronunciation of the word pronunciation? Over the number of years that this man has taught English.
Guys, I've been teaching English now for over 20 years.
I wonder how many times he has mistaught his students the pronunciation of the word pronunciation, and maybe the pronunciation of other words as well. If his attitude is
whatever, bro. Now, guys, if anyone knows this guy, all right, don't listen to him.
It is very interesting that he says, don't listen to him, when in fact, Mr. British teacher has started to listen to me.
All right, pronunciation time, because he's actually concentrating on mistakes.
Yeah, he's right here. I do focus on the mistakes that people make. But to me, that's what a teacher should do. If you get 20% of something wrong, I am here to correct that 20%. So I will use the 80% that you get right in order to encourage you and motivate you. But of course, I must focus on the 20% that you get wrong, so that that 20% will eventually become 10% and 5%, 2%, and then you're perfect in English. Surely that is the goal of every teacher.
You're not a teacher. You're just some guy, a little cancer, who just fiddles around on people's reels and infests them with your cancerous ways. So guys, I'm just putting it out there for that banana man. Bro, look at yourself in the mirror. And that's just a good bit of advice for you. So love and light to you, Mr. Banana Man. All I wish for you is your peace, health and happiness.
So he starts off by calling me a cancer and then wishes me peace, health and happiness. I get the feeling this man hasn't really thought through his response to my videos.
But bro, stop slagging people off. See you later.
On the same day that I came across this video, I came across another video. And I'd like to share that with you now.
Guys, so I've been learning English for almost 5 years, right? And I was thinking, so the idea of teaching English online has crossed my mind multiple times. But every time I am hesitant because of a guy named PTOB. His name is PTOB on TikTok. This guy is literally the authority of English grammar. He hates people or teachers who are teaching English incorrectly according to him on TikTok. And he's saying that these people, maybe they learned English incorrectly and they're passing these mistakes that they have taught, like they have learned, to these students that they teach. And he hates this. He says he has a resentment towards these people, right? So every time I think about actually teaching English online, I remember him. I'll tag his account in the bio or in the description, and you guys can follow him, because he's the police of the English language.
Mamoon, I think that's your name. I am sincerely flattered for the accolade of being the police of the English language. Clearly, obviously, it's not something that I deserve. No one deserves it, but thank you very much for saying it. It's very interesting, the difference between these two videos. First of all, Mamoon bothers to research the name of my channel.
His name is BTOP on TikTok.
Does anyone know a guy called Banana English?
Mamoon, by all means, teach English. You are good enough. You use the present perfect continuous, and then you follow through with the present perfect exactly as you should.
I've been learning English for almost 5 years, right? So the idea of teaching English online has crossed my mind multiple times.
You clearly have a fluency with English, so teach it. There is definitely some knowledge of English that you have that you can pass on to other people. So please don't let the idea of making mistakes stop you. What you need to do is find a solution to those mistakes. And I would say to anybody out there who is considering becoming an English teacher, there are really two things that you can do. The first thing is challenge the beliefs that you hold. And the way that you do that is by playing around with sentences. Don't look at the obvious examples all the time. When you're looking at present perfect and present perfect continuous, don't always use
I have lived here for 3 years.
I have been working.
Look for the more unusual verbs to use. And it's the same thing with prepositions. Like everybody, when they talk about public transport, they will, or transport in general, they'll always use
On a plane, you get on a train, you get on a bus.
On the train, on the bus, on the plane.
Don't. Look for those unusual examples and see whether what you believe to be true still fits. As a teacher, you need to constantly challenge your beliefs, challenge your understanding of English. So, for example, fairground rides. I use this all the time because this is a great example. Look at why we would say, I am in a dodgem car, but I am on the dodgems. Look at a plane that isn't moving. You like if you're not flying and you're just in a plane, a stationary plane for some reason, you could say, I am in a plane. But the moment it starts flying, you would say, I am on a plane, and explore those reasons. And the second thing that I would say is don't use these crap TEFL books. They teach you myths about English. They teach you inaccuracies about English. And then you end up saying things like,
Wish is used to refer to something that is very unlikely to happen. It could, but it's unlikely. It may even be impossible to happen.
And yet we wish people a happy birthday. Are we saying a happy birthday is impossible? So, Mamoon, by all means, teach English. And if there's something you're not sure about, research it. And if there's something that you believe to be true, question it. And for anybody out there who is teaching English or wanting to learn English as a teacher, join my English Teaching Made Bloody Easy courses. If you want details, just click on the bio link or visit the pasttenseofbanana.com website. Anyway, that's it. This cancer is now over.